Hello and thank you for joining us. It's now time for Media Watch and I'm joined in the studio by Nicholas Rushworth. Hello to you, Nicholas. So on your mark, get set, go. It's all about the Olympics tonight, going for gold. And where are you starting in the morass of articles?
Well, I'm going to do something to cheer us up a bit, as we're probably on the couch potato side of the planet.
Speak for yourself, Nicholas.
I will do. Definitely on the couch potato side. And what we've got is William Bell, a 90-year-old man. I saw this today in my web and blog travels. It's in Rue 89, Rue 89, a French website. I can just show you here. At 90 years of age, he's got above the 7-metre mark, a world record in the pole vault for his age category at 2.19 metres. And there we can see him. That is taking place in Arkansas. Now, William Bell at 90 there is the son, or is the father, should I say, of Earl Bell, who is a well-known pole vaulter who actually trains people. There
so
you can
runs
see
in
it.
The family. Wow.
And, well, if at 90 you and I can do that, then that would be a pretty good thing, Rebecca. What do you think?
But it must be slightly dangerous for him. He has to take real care, I guess, because your bones do get more brittle as you get older.
Well, I don't know about the marriage side of things, but his wife said he's only showing off.
Oh, I hope for a husband like that. Right.
So,
Sorry, I'm just wondering if we're going to move on to the next story. Or...
We are.
Yes, we
can
are.
move
Okay,
on.
bless you. What's about the
just
British
to
one?
cap off that particular bit, it's nice to see the wrinklies get into action here, because the motto for the Olympics in London is inspire a generation. So I thought that was quite nice because, yeah, what generation? For all generations, really, for you and I, but also for the younger generation, and also there for the old generation.
And we saw that, didn't we, at the opening ceremony with the handing over of the flame. And also, I believe that the oldest competitor is actually in the equestrian event. I suppose then you're putting less pressure on your body. So it's very impressive to see someone who can still pole vault in their 90s.
At that age, yeah, heading for 100. So that next story, I'm going to go to it, and it's the big man himself, Michael Phelps. I watched it. I mean, he's the commentator in London described him as an aquifer, and I thought, well, he's a fish. 20 gold medals. Now online today on the media, we've got Michael Phelps. Slate is leading with a story about him. Will Phelps retire from Olympic swimming to go into the media, to be a sports announcer? And that story actually comes from the entertainment website, NTZ. Now it's arguing Phelps wanted for new Olympic gig. Could there be a bidding war? NBC has paid $1.2 billion for this coverage of the Olympics. It's gagging for Phelps to do the gig. ABC, meanwhile, is saying, yeah, we want to scoop him up to be a commentator. There, if you just looked at those pictures, you see Michael Phelps in a suit for the first time. We're always seeing him in his
He might have another Olympics in him, no?
He's saying that this time London is the last gig.
Right.
So he's bowing out.
But sometimes, sports stars do say that, and then they...
Well, when you've got 20 medals to carry, it's got to be too heavy.
OK, sticking with money, talking about TV rights there, you saw a piece about the cash cow that each medal can represent for some athletes.
Well, this is on Big Browser, which is the blog for Le Monde here in Paris, and it has a look at how much certain athletes may be getting. Now, here, if we can look at the article a bit more closely, we can scroll down. We can actually, the details there in that story is that, surprise, surprise, Uzbekistan is paying $1 million to an athlete if they get gold. Armenia is second on the podium in terms of cash prizes for winning medals, paying 700,000 euros for a gold. Now, that money in Armenia, I mean, the actual the total economy of Armenia cannot be that great. But apparently, it's an Armenian businessman getting that. So,
and let's not forget as well that sometimes you have to pay tax on your winnings.
That's true. That's the story in the Huffington Post. Apparently, American medal winners will be paying up to $90,000 for a gold. So watch out there, Michael Phelps. You have to get your accountant
tax return sorted out.
Just have a look at the Daily Telegraph here. It's saying that the Brits are not getting any rewards, but they are getting royalties from a stamp. If certain athletes are getting royalties, Bradley Wiggins will get a royalty.
And the glory, of course.
Of course, and of course the advertising and the publicity and everything else.
Now, we're sticking with the podiums. Nice link. Well, you have what could be the top 3 laziest countries in the world. Who's defining this, Nicholas?
Well, this is in Atlantico, another French website, and it's saying that there are certain countries in the world that are not pulling their weight in the physical activity stakes. The Maltese are the laziest in the world. That's what its headline is there. 72% just don't do any exercise, and that's actually from a medical survey in the Lancet, and we can see there the podium for physical inactivity. What you've got there is the gold medal going to Malta. 72% are couch potatoes, exactly like me, not at all like you, Rebecca. 69% in Swaziland are not getting up out of bed in the mornings and heading for the gym. And there we can see the last place going to the Saudi Arabians. So,
do they say why, though? Maybe climate has something to do with it?
Well, it's all to do with extensive medical research into lifestyle behaviour patterns. So it's not a joke story as such, but it's something that you can actually extrapolate from the Lancet's piece that, in fact, the Maltese are the laziest, which is hopefully they'll strike back and email us and say, no, we're not, we're doing it.
And perhaps they'll be inspired by the Olympics, as we will be.
Indeed, but flat-out non-stop sport could actually, after 20 so days, could actually alienate several people. Actually.
Yeah, you do need to ease yourself in quite gently, and I like that you've said they're not so much chariots of fire as chariots of fries. That's a very good pun. Thanks very much to you, Nicholas Rushworth, and that was Media Watch. Stay with us on Live from Paris. Next, we're taking a look at what's making a buzz on the internet.